please welcome to the stage Editor-in-Chief of Gallup, Mohamed Younis.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Gallup building. It's a unique honor for me, frankly, as an Egyptian American, as an African, to welcome you all here to have this awesome conversation. I can't remember the last time we've had this broad-ranging and substantive of an engagement on development in Africa, the issues in Africa that really matter to African citizens. I wanted to take this opportunity to let you all know about what we've been doing across the continent here at Gallup. Since 2005, what we've been, sorry, this is not working. There we go. Since 2005, what we've done is really develop a global listening mechanism to hear from the voices of citizens themselves on how their lives have been doing. And the continent of Africa is no exception to that. We started in 2006 to gather nationally representative samples of citizens and their voices, and found a way to measure some of the most important things they're going through, but also in a way that enables us to compare to citizens all over the world. The Gallup World Poll started in 2005, and at this point, we've interviewed millions of citizens from all over the world on pretty much every topic you can imagine. All right, this is starting to work now. As you can see, of course, this effort is very arduous, challenging, but also a very rewarding one. We have a global team of experts that are in country that conduct the interviews in language. So we have an opportunity really to work directly with small businesses all over the continent to actually gather our data in a way that's very indigenous and sort of original, homogeneic to the environment in which people are being interviewed. And it's really not easy. As you can see, this is the primary sampling unit map of just one nation, Nigeria, but what we do is really exert a lot of energy in trying to understand where people live and making sure that people of all walks of life, all economic classes and statures really have an opportunity to be interviewed in our surveys. And in addition to some of the topics you saw throughout the program today, these are some of the topics we've been tracking across the continent since 2005 now, in pretty much every continent with the exception of two across the whole region. And it really ranges from having a very accurate employment metric, so people with a more traditional concept of a job, but also entrepreneurs and what that means in each country and within each economy. But we also measure things like banking and financial inclusion with organizations like the World Bank, local safety. We currently are gathering 3 of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals using this tool, but also are always looking for partnerships with other organizations to continue to fill the massive data gap for Africa, at least in terms of data that's coming directly from citizens in a nationally representative manner that can be compared across the world. We've been talking a lot about technology and 5G, and of course heard just a moment ago from His Excellency, the Ambassador of China. I wanted to leave you all with this slide. This is one of the questions we ask across the world, and it's essentially asking citizens to give us a sense of their impressions of global powers. Here's US, China, and Russia, and we ask citizens of pretty much every nation across the world to say whether or not they approve of the leaders of those nations. What you're looking at here is a combination of 27 sub-Saharan African countries that we put together in comparing their perceptions of the US, China, and Russia. I wanted to leave you with that since it felt really relevant. But as you've seen throughout the day, there's never been a more relevant and important time to incorporate the voices of citizens into all the policy decisions and conversations that we've been having here this morning at Gallup. It's our mission to give people a voice, and it's an honor for us to be partnered with Semafor. For more of our data, you can check it out on both Semafor Africa, but also at Gallup News. And I want to give you back your 3 minutes and ask you all to not be strangers, and thank you for coming today.